Hey everyone, it's me Estella and I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be my top 5 back to school mistakes to avoid, and they're applicable whether you're in middle, high school, or college. And since the school year is starting soon, I figured these be really useful for you guys. So I hope you enjoy this video and let's get into it. So my first tip is to get to know your teachers and start getting to know them in the beginning of the school year when they still don't really know everybody, since it's just a lot easier and they're usually more approachable. You never know when you could need to ask a question to your teacher or need to better understand an assignment, and you're going to be a lot more likely to do that throughout the school year if you already know and feel comfortable around your teacher. This is just from my personal experience, but if you start from the beginning of the school year talking to your teacher and going to their office hours, or just asking them questions after the class is over or at the end of the school day, after a few times you'll get really used to being around them and talking to them, so you'll be a lot more likely to be willing to ask them questions throughout the school year. My next tip is to be social with other students in your class. I would recommend in the beginning of the school year to start talking to people that sit around you, just so that you get to know them. And whenever you have a class project or group project, you can easily find someone to pair up with. And since you will be in that class most likely for the rest of the school year, you'll feel more comfortable and excited to go to class because you'll know other people in there and feel a lot more comfortable. My next tip is to not get too stressed out, and I know this is a very general tip, but really high stress levels are never good. They always lead to lack of concentration, and overall stress can be very unhealthy. So some ways that I like to de-stress, apart from taking walks outside or listening to relaxing music, is just doing little things that make me feel more calm and peaceful before I start studying. So one of my favorite things to do is just to make tea. I like to make it really slowly and also set up my desk nicely and pretty much just make that a routine before I study because it really helps me calm down and focus before I start working. My next tip is to have an organization system, and this includes for your stationery, for all of your school supplies, your backpack, and also all of your notes and files. Be sure to have a binder or a file organizer or some sort of organization system before the school year starts, or at least in the beginning of the school year, so you can keep track of everything and stay on top of all of your items and files. This will also help reduce stress because you'll feel more on top of things and have everything in order, and you'll know where everything is. My last tip is to take notes in class or the same day of your lecture or class. This is a very useful tip that I personally implemented last year. I think this tip is definitely one of the most important just because I've noticed that my productivity and also my understanding of the material significantly increased when I started focusing on taking notes in class or the day of the class, since you'll be focusing more on the material right when you're getting it rather than the day before the exam. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. The giveaway information is here, and that's all I have for today's video, so bye guys!